Oh, we got this match. George just broke the balls, and it's George Teyechea versus Oscar Dominguez. It's a 9-7 race. It's the B-side, meaning the one-loss side. Hey, Frank, how you doing? Nice to see you stop by. Well, George got a shot here on the 3. Hits this with a low right-hand English. Comes back for the 4 ball. It's gotten a little straight on it, but he's going to have to work with it. Rattled it and got fortunate. I think you're going to see Oscar come off the edge of the 4 very thinly and bring his cue ball around. He's got some blockers there. Oscar's safety game is very impressive. I don't know if George has got an edge here. He's looking at it. Oscar's got to watch a hit. Oscar's laughing. He goes, "Oh, if you're going to hit it that good, a questionable hit's not even an issue." It's a tough gig, you know, to be running a tournament and playing. It's kind of like streaming and playing in a tournament. It can be brutal. almost missed that ball. He says, just kidding. Teased him a little bit. And Oscar's got the first game. It's been a great event. We're watching the Mezz West State Tour. We're live from Bullshitters in Phoenix, Arizona. Great pool room. On the rail sponsors are Volturi Q cases and QB Custom Qs. Check them out. Oscar's going to have the break. It's alternating break format. Which means everybody gets to play. Everybody gets to hit some balls, you know? Lays down a really nice break. Table, I mean, just make the 2-ball. And after he makes the 2-ball, I mean, the table's wide open. I mean, this is the only really tough shot he should have if he gets, you know, in decent line for the 3, you know, which he'll probably come. I don't know if he'll try to hold this. I mean, but then again, you know, I might be better off letting his cue ball out. Yeah, up and down the table. Good shot. Yeah. Oh, 2-0, and it's Georgia's break.
We have a chicken Caesar wrap with fries ready at the bar. We also have boneless wings, hot teriyaki, ready at the bar.
Yeah, it's going to be ball in hand, no rail. Don't want to do it against Oscar, because Oscar's liable to just run out the table without any issues. The balls are all open for him, and Oscar lost his. I think he might have lost his first or second match to Paul Grande, and he's really played strong to come all the way through the loser side like that. 89 players. Yeah, it's tough. Played a lot of pool. He got a good roll off the spot. Got the cue ball a little bit over, made things a little bit easier, but either way, nice run. And Oscar's up 3-2-0. This Mezz State Tour is really a great tour, and it's awesome to see that it's got a great following. I mean, they're drawing 80, 90 players to events. It's mainly in California. They did have this one event here in Phoenix, and next season they'll be having two. Thanks to everyone who supported the event and came out and played and mixed it up, and it's a good chance and opportunity to play with the better players, so why not get out and do it up. Great time. Everybody was here last night having a blast. This place is packed with people sweating this and enjoying it. He's going to roll out. Oscar's going to roll out here. Just the question is where. Looks like he's about to drill this bank into the one ball. I like this shot. Yeah. Oh, banking the one ball, making the two. Made them both. And it's going to be a tricky little shot here to play safe off of. I mean, looks real tough. Maybe try to bank it up by the 6 and bring your cue ball down by the 4. Oscar's going to have an open table here, but this first shot, you got to hit it with a nice pure stroke. Stay down on the ball, follow through, and he's looking to draw back onto the 4. Oh, wow. He put too good of a stroke on it and drew back down here to the bottom rail. Oh yeah, it's just happened. Nice. Yeah. Oh, good shot there. That's well played. Looks like Oscar's going for his jump cue. Well, George misses a 4, but has he gotten lucky? No. Oscar is going to probably clean up these balls and take a 4-0 lead. now. George gets that game. Gift wrapped, courtesy of Oscar. Yeah, I want everybody out there to check out Pool and Billiard Class. Yeah, check out Pool and Billiard Classifieds, everyone. It's on Facebook. It's a group to buy, sell, trade. He's done a pretty decent break, and I mean, he's got a good shot on the one. Well, Oscar's got to like this. Nice open table for him. Almost scratch there again. He holds up his hands and apology. He didn't even mean to come that close. This table's brutal. It's super fast. It just takes off. So, gotta be careful. They can get away from you real easily. And just these 3 balls, and he'll take a nice lead, 4-1. Oh, great safety by George. Did he get there? No, I don't think so. Even if he did, I think you're going to see this ball made fairly easily if he can just get over the edge of the 9. Oh, he can cue straight at it, looks like. You're welcome, John. Glad you enjoy it. Appreciate all the support from everybody. You know, sharing the link for the stream and all the compliments, you know, on the stream and in person. I feel it's good for the game. And I like supporting good people, you know, Oscar and his dad. They're really great people, and this Mezz WST tour is excellent.
We have your ID at the bar.
5-1 now. Oscar Dominguez leads George Teyechea. George is a player from Tucson. He's a pretty good player and good all-around game. He's not really showing it here, but you know, he's I think we're down to the last 6 players, so definitely very telling. Yeah, POV pool. Big thanks to Daniel. You know, he does a lot of streaming, and I remember when it was pretty much just myself doing like free streams. You know, these like renegade pool underground pool streams. You know, I mean now it's a little more polished. Sure, we got a banner and you know maybe got some more cameras and this and that we're all doing. You know, but ultimately, man, you know this is like a cool little underground when it comes to pool streaming and, you know, showing some of the tournaments and action matches. You know, you think about, you know, 10 years ago, you weren't able to watch any pool streaming. You know, maybe once in a while you can catch AccuStats or something online, but, you know, only for a major event. You know, I mean, you miss out on all these players that you would hear about in the past, so it's pretty neat. And that, you know, we're creating more poll footage for people to watch online, especially YouTube. I remember when I felt like I watched every video that was on there when it came to poll, and now there's more than I could ever watch in a lifetime.
I didn't know he was stoning. Chia pet?
Yeah, he's doing it. He's having a flashback.
Yeah.
You fucking jinxed him.
I did.
You're a jinx.
I am. For sure.
Black
Black
cat.
cat. I got him tattooed right here.
I know.
Black cat. I gotta write something near him. I don't even know what to write. Big nog.
Need to have these.
Stupid. What
Yeah, put Nick Nog once Andy's.
Yeah, right. Big nog cat.
I dare you. You would too. That's not good. Oh, almost perfect.
Yeah. So I was curious, what are they going to be doing at with Derby with the One Pocket Hall of Fame now that Freddie the Beard is passed on? I wonder
Well,
who's
Steve,
going to
Steve Booth is behind that actually.
Yeah, but I mean, they don't have an MC.
Oh yeah, they do. There's several people.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they were talking about like trying to get somebody to, just kind of run the whole. You know what I mean?
Billy.
Yeah, that'd be great too.
I think Billy would be the best for that.
Mm-hmm. That would be awesome.
But he probably won't do it.
Yeah.
Billy and Cardone.
Maybe they can get a few people just to
Nick
fill that
Varner.
role.
Yeah.
He
Maybe.
hit it.
Yeah, he hit it. He hit it. Yeah, I did. I'll tell you what, Lenny, for this town, all the big events that we've had here, when I played Efren and that pro event we had here, the crowds are awesome, aren't they? You go to a lot of towns, and when it gets close to the semifinals and finals, the crowd really weeds out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But this town is a good town for pool and spectators.
If there's good players, they'll sweat it.
Yeah.
They're gonna hang out.
When I played Efren that match, I think there was probably 200 people there, right?
Yeah, I would say probably, about 200 people there. The room was packed.
And it was a small room,
Yeah.
so, I mean, they love to watch good pool here.
Yeah, the room is about a third of the size of this one.
Right. I think it's smaller than a third.
Yeah, it could
This
be a
is
quarter.
38,000 square feet.
Yeah, it's about a quarter.
8,000.
Yeah, something like that.
This room has to be probably in the top 5 in size in the country. I know Q Masters in Virginia Beach is gigantic. It's got all the different rooms. It's got like 100 tables. But I don't really know of many pool rooms that are bigger than this one.
It's the biggest one in the state, and it's the only place in Arizona that you could probably hold an event like this. Because you got to have the tables.
Right. Right.
You can't do it in those smaller rooms. It just won't work.
No.
And if you run into large fields, you consider that was the tour that you're talking about, like what if you get 90 players at,
Well, we're going to have to figure it out.
It could get brutal. It could be brutal.
I have a chicken Caesar wrap and a grilled chicken salad ready at the bars.
You're absolutely right, it can.
Yeah, if it's...
Oscar got a little lazy there. I've done that about 20 times.
Yeah, there's no cue holders.
What's the score?
6-1.
And having fun, huh?
Yeah.
Good shot. Good tournament for George, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that was about as bad as he could get there.
Yeah, now it gets tricky.
He's cutting it.
Yeah.
He's going to run into the 7.
See, I don't think you would have shot it that way. I think you would have lowered it with inside. Cut it into the other pocket, right?
Yeah, because you're coming up on the ball.
Natural, right?
Right.
Just got to focus on pocket the ball. The cue ball's going to
That's right. He's making it tough on himself. Dinner, he dons it. You want it?
No.
Hey,
I should have that.
nice shot.
You knew you had it all on.
Yep.
So, what was I gonna say? When did you know, like, because a lot of people play pool, but not everybody is a pool player. When did you know that you were a pool player? Like, you had your breakthrough, like your first good win,
time
like
I
beat
played.
somebody, and you know what I mean, beat somebody.
Well, the first time I played pool was I was 16. I was a junior in high school, and a guy hustled me for $22. And right then and there, I knew that it was something I wanted to do. I probably didn't know it as much as subconsciously. I knew that it was for me. The guy beat me out of, I had $22, a lot of money for me, and we snuck in on my school bus, or we're waiting for the school bus, and I was hooked. The guy tortured me, and I was hooked.
Yeah.
So right there, I knew that it was something I wanted to do. It never went through my mind that I wasn't going to be a good player because of my determination. I went everywhere and played everybody, and I took a lot of beatings.
Yeah. Who was the first good player that you beat?
Keith McCready.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Jimmy Wedge.
Yeah.
I played Jimmy Wedge. I was 19, and I played him 6 ahead for 5,000 playing one pocket.
Yeah.
And I beat him 6 in a row. He
Wow.
didn't win a game. And after that, I knew that was actually when he was back playing real good. So after I did that, I really jumped a lot. And then I played Keith McCready, the first set I ever played for 10,000.
Okay.
And that was a big confidence booster.
Yeah.
Now, I was 24 years old at that time. And it took me 3 days to beat him. We played for 3 days.
That's crazy.
Well, we had 12-hour time limits, but it was that guy was amazing at certain times. I never seen anybody bank like him when he was playing good.
And it's like, people out there now are spoiled. We got all the whole videos on YouTube. Live
People
stream.
here are spoiled.
Everybody,
they got me for free all the time.
Well, you look at it. Imagine if back then they had live streaming or recordings like that match was you and Keith. You'd be able to just check out something like that. Or
Yes.
hey, check it out on YouTube.
People at home
don't
have any clue. I hope they do have a clue actually of how much you can learn just by watching videos on YouTube.
Yeah, because you told me you used to watch AccuStats videos
all the time,
right?
All the time, and I still do. If I'm bored at the house and it's before a tournament or before a money game, I'll watch all night long in the bed. I'll just lay in the bed and watch on my phone. My girl's sleeping, so I'll put my earphones in and just watch pool matches.
Yeah, you were telling me about wearing out your VHS tapes, AccuStats tapes.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
In Iowa, we had nowhere to go, really, and so I had a VHS tape of Parika and Efren, and I must have watched it 10,000 times. That's all I had.
That's where you got that
And I
stroke
would
from, right?
see something, and I would go downstairs
emulate it.
on my little cheap 4x8 table and try it. And I played myself, and I got a lot better. But, you know, I'll tell you what, for the people at home to motivate yourself, I probably am not the only one that does this, but I like to watch snooker, and I like to watch, what's his name? Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He's amazing. If you ever get a chance, I would YouTube Ronnie O'Sullivan and see what this guy can do on a table with pockets about the size of your pinky. But yeah, I like watching him now. But if you're trying to learn one pocket, obviously my DVDs are great. But you can go further than that and watch matches, you know. And that's why we did a segment on player review, so that they could get an idea of what's going on in a player's mind, such as myself. And so the player review in Power One Pocket Volume 2 is real key for people at home. And when we do our next one, I think we're going to have more of that.
Yeah, I think that's...
people really like that. That way, you know, it's complete silence, and I'm commentating behind a hidden microphone about what I'm about to do and why, or what my opponent's doing and why. So you learn both sides of the fence. And
yeah, the player reviews are good, you know, good learning material, without a doubt.
When Efren and I played at Derby, and AccuStats had me player review that, which we have, and
with
that was Mark Wilson actually interviewed me throughout the whole match, and people really liked it.
Yeah, that was a good match. Was that the second or third time you had beaten them?
That was the third time I beat him. And now I'm on 6. I've beat him 6 times. Never lost to Efren playing even for big money. Playing one pocket. I lost to Alex 1 time, and I beat him 8 times. But the time I lost to Alex, I was in a bad place. I was addicted to pain pills. People know that, and I quit. I quit cold turkey and learned a lot from it. I thought I was superhuman, and it ended up almost destroying my life.
Oh yeah, you can grab a hold,
And
everybody's human. We all got our vices. You know?
I was in a bad place when I played Alex, though. You know, I didn't hit any balls.
Yeah, I know you weren't playing like you are now.
No,
at all,
no.
You know?
And that was the first time he beat me, and it really hurt me. It hurt me a lot. You know. It took me quite a while to get over that. And I'm still looking for him.
You're like,
I'm a different player again.
You know?
But he is actually the only person to beat me playing even in 8 or 9, maybe 10 years. The only one. He only beat me 1 time.
And it's funny when people...
I beat him at the U.S. Open 5 or 6 different tournaments, and then I beat him 7 or 8 times.
Oh, Bo Runnigan.
Bo Runnigan takes off Mitch Ellerman. Like, it was like a slaughter. 8-3. Good tournament for Mitch Ellerman.
Yeah, where did he finish? 5th, 6th or something? It's definitely one of those things where you look at some of the players that have came here. I mean, George is, you know, he's a good local player. He goes to 7 games. I mean, he's in the last 5 or 6 players in this tournament. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Before I played Bo Runnigan, I played Chuck Evans.
And
Chuck Evans is like, in my opinion, got the best fundamentals in the building. And he was going to 7. And I think I was scared to death, you know? I mean, I like the way they handicap this. I don't think that Bo Runnigan should be going to 8. He was a touring pro, and he's won one of these stops, but that's not for me to call. So, but I do like the way they've handicapped this. It's quite simple.
It keeps it simple.
They say semi-pros go to 8, pros go to 9, and amateurs and below go to 7.
And you got to see. I mean, there's some players who, you know, on paper are not supposed to have finished ahead of certain other guys. You know, they've beaten them. You know, they're the underdog. But with the format, if you win a game or 2, and now you're going to 5, the other guy's going to 9, forget it. You know.
You were going like this. You shark gospel. It's no big deal. Anyway, you're exactly right. It it's good for players that are a little weaker, right?
Yeah.
Like such as yourself.
Yeah,
you've got a little room to work with.
Yeah,
there,
you get
going to 7.
Yeah, if you're going to 7 games and the other guy's going to 9, and
you get a couple combos or a couple good rolls, and you can win the match.
Yeah.
I mean, not only be right in it.
And all that, and it's alternating breaks, so it's not like they're gonna put like 3 or 4 on me, or I'm just sitting in the chair.
Exactly.
I mean, I get to the table. You know, like some people, like, I know a lot of people were pointed to, you know, like that match with you and Alex. And I mean, they always bring
a lot of people have brought that
yeah.
one match up, and they don't understand.
Match,
I haven't lost any human playing even for money ever, as long as they played me even.
As I said, it was one match, and I knew you hadn't been playing when you had played.
No, and I played on a Brunswick that was gaffed up, and he was playing Shane Van Boning every day.
For, days,
Alex,
hours. I mean, 12 hours a day for, I don't know how many days.
Alex is an unbelievable player, and he played well that day, but I didn't even know where I was at.
Yeah.
And I looked in the mirror and took responsibility for what I did.
Yeah.
But, and you're right. People always seem to bring up the one loss. They want to rub it in and get to you, and it doesn't get to me as far as what people say.
You guys will meet again.
Right.
You guys will play again.
I've had a challenge to play anybody alive for how long, Lenny? Like freaking 6 or 7, 8 years. Yeah. Anybody alive can play me, and we don't have to play on my table. We can play in a neutral place.
Yeah.
They know that. I've put it out on Facebook, AZ Billiards. I'm not bragging at all. I love competition. I'll play every day. If you beat me, I'm going to keep coming back. Yeah. You're going to have to beat me senseless.
Yeah.
And that's probably one of the things most of these guys know, is that if they do happen to beat me a set playing one pocket,
you got the quarter in your hand, right?
I'm not.
You got the coin in your hand ready to go.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah. So, versus if I beat them, they're quitting.
Yeah. One set, they're
done.
And you see that commonly with the Filipino players?
What's that?
Filipino players.
One set
and done.
It's common with them. Bustamante, though, we played a lot, and he took a real good beating. I beat Bustamante 21 games at 500 a game.
Wow. That's sticking with it, you know?
So,
Yeah, he's stuck with it.
Yeah, he did.
Why do you think people who gamble, right? There's people who gamble good money on poker or whatever else, casino stuff, and they'll go in a pool room and they won't bet $20.
It's what they're comfortable with. It's not their comfort zone.
Yeah. Yeah,
they don't exactly know what's going on.
Yeah, you put your money in, and you don't have to execute physically
exactly,
a pool, right?
Exactly.
Even if you actually might be capable.
People have to think that they've got a real good chance in order to bet their money.
Yeah.
And that's how I've made that's how I've made more money than just about anybody playing one pocket, is because I give people spots where they think they have a good chance, right?
I don't think anybody's won more money than you playing one pocket.
Vifford, Dippy, credit to him, he showed a lot of heart, a lot of action, but he was getting 18-4.
Yeah.
Yeah. He busted every human at that game. But that's what you have to do in order to make good money. You can go throughout your life, and being me, I could go throughout my life and play 10 and 20 a game with people even, but that's not going to pay my bills.
No, you got to make a score. You got to take it off.
And I do that with everybody here.
Yeah.
Oscar's having some issues with the speed. Tell you what, it's tough.
The table is brutal.
It's very fast.
Well, 7-2. He's got a nice, comfortable lead.
Yeah. Yeah, Lenny. They're saying thank you on here. It's pretty awesome that he does this free streaming, which promotes pool in the best way. You've got people that are charging pay-per-view, and I'm not knocking them. They can do what they want.
Yeah.
But the free stream is so beneficial because that extra person's going to tap the click button and watch.
Oh, yeah. There's probably kids out there watching,
Yeah, it's about as good as it can get. Any match that I've ever played for Lenny, we've always free streamed it. And we've gotten major views from it. And that's probably one of the reasons we can sell power in one pocket. It's because Lenny promotes everything else.
I think it's good for the game, and
it's good for even like this venue. That's horror. I mean, it's good for everybody involved to get
It is.
exposure, people
It
watching, and it's good promotion.
You know, the West Coast isn't dead, that's for sure.
Oh no.
It's alive and well. We're gonna have 2 great tours now, the Mezz and then our tour. And,
I got the pool bug, you know, maybe 2 or 3 years before I came here, and man, I'm glad I did because there's just so much great pool, you know.
yeah, there's
It's
a lot
like-
of pool out here.
And I mean, in New York, I mean, don't get me wrong. Somebody walks in to play. You don't know how they play. You play even. There's no handicap, so it's no what do you rate it. But,
Right.
But
But
there's
they're
tournaments,
few
there's
and far
competition.
between
Yeah.
in New York. You
Yeah,
know,
it's not-
they're scattered, and there's really, and
Yeah.
I'm not knocking New York, but there's
No, it's
very, very little action,
oh,
if
it's-
any.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's tight. People are like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Somebody's gonna walk in the door and play, but you're gonna play even one set, and then it's adjusting and all the nonsense.
Right.
Here, it's like, I mean,
Well, I've said this for years. You know, I've been to every city in the country,
Yeah.
and
New York is one of your least favorites.
I'm
huh?
telling. Well, I'm not going to down New York, but
Yeah.
I'm telling you that the pool community here is as big as any city but the thing is, they don't go anywhere because
Yeah.
they're so far out here. So a lot of these good players you don't see at the Derby, you
No.
don't see at other tournaments because we're a long ways out here. And to go to these 5,000 added tournaments on the East Coast, what am I going to do that for?
Yeah.
It cost me $1,500, $2,000 expenses to get there. Let's say I finish in 3rd place. What am I going to do? Break even? Maybe lose money, right? So
Yeah.
it's very hard.
You know, people are like, "Oh, pool's dying," or pool's not. Amateur
not
pool's
dying.
is doing great.
Yes.
Leagues and everything, great. Tours, they're doing great. It's the pro level is not doing great because they need to figure out a way to
Well,
generate
yeah,
money.
I don't want to go into that,
Yeah.
but yeah,
It's
I've heard
unbelievable.
that same thing for
Yeah,
30
it's just-
years. I don't even like the subject.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna hit a couple balls over here, Lenny.
Yeah,
I gotta get
do it up.
loose.
Yeah, 'cause you're due,
Thanks,
right?
everyone. And thank you for the support, everybody. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll see you on here soon. How's the audio and video for everybody out there? Looks like Oscar's going to get out here and take this match down. Looked like Oscar had to sneeze there. Yeah. 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 Maybe like 150 or something like that. That didn't increase. Good tournament for George Teyechea. Oscar Dominguez moves on. I think we might have the hot seat match coming up between Attila and the Freezer. It's Attila Bezdin and Scott Frost.